Alright guys, a bit of a different one for you today. Short and sweet, but it's a problem that I've had for quite a few months now, and it's injured fingers. Injured fingers is a nightmare for musicians. You can cut them washing the dishes and it can ruin your gigs. Here I put up on the screen pictures of my fingers, and it's just a repeating injury, because every time you have a few days off and then you get to the gig and then you start playing again and you injure your fingers again. So it just keeps repeating the cycle, and they never heal. So I've tried many different things, using super glue, using the silicone wraps, band-aids, all kinds of different things that I can think of. Bits of paper and super gluing them on, and because the problem is you don't get any feel if you use cut off the tips of gloves, or you lose a lot of feel, and it's just impossible to play. So the trick is to be able to fix it and cover the wound so it doesn't reopen and doesn't hurt while you're playing, and also allow you to be able to feel at the same time. So after many times of trying this, I finally come up with a fix that's pretty good, and it's these little suckers here. Alright, so I'm playing here. I can pick. Guitar's out of tune, but you get the point, right? So I'm using my fingers here, so I can still play. All kinds of stuff. These are injured. These fingers are actually injured at the moment, and they're not hurting me at all. I'm playing right on the wound there. I can't feel it. Right? So I'm playing right on the wound everywhere. It's not coming off. And it works. So onto the video. I'm going to show you how I do it. Alright, so here we are. Here you can see my fingers. Alright. Now, for some reason, I keep splitting them open when I play. This is not my lead hand, it's my rhythm hand, but either way it'll be okay. So, I get these from raking across the strings, and every week it opens up again. I've tried all kinds of stuff until I finally found a good solution, which allows me to play with some feel, but with also some protection. So I'm going to show you how I do it. Right, now these have healed over the last couple of days, but they were pretty chunky before. Now, as you can see here, I actually put acrylic nails on here. I've pulled them off at the moment for the same reason, because my nails go to shit. So let's have a look. What do I use? So first of all, I use professional nail glue. Now, I've tried all kinds of glue, and they all come off, but this is Makart, M-A-K-A-R-T-T nail glue for professional nail for women, you know what I mean. But this stuff's really good. It's fairly expensive, but this stuff sticks like shit to a blanket. So we've got the nail glue, and we've got some gauze adhesive, this stuff. Alright, I'll show you what it looks like. It's probably got different names wherever you're from, but this is what we're looking at, this sort of stuff. It's like a mesh. It's kind of like a bandage, but it's got a few more little holes in it. Right? We got this stuff, and to round it out, we've got this stuff. In Australia, I think it's called Fix-A-Mole, but you can see here what it is. But essentially, it is this sticky stuff, which will go on last, but I'll show you what it is. So it's called Fix-A-Mole in Australia, but this is what it is. You'll get the idea. Now there's a whole bunch of different ones of these, but you want to get the ones has got a little bit of a canvassy edge to it. Some of them are thin. I've got another one here. It's got this red thing on it, but that's sort of like a waterproof one, but it doesn't stick as well. So through trial and error, this stuff. All right, now I'll show you more as we go, but so first step is to, sorry, I'm getting used to these camera angles, is to get the glue, and we want to just dab a little bit of glue onto the wound. All right, but before we do that, we've got to get this ready, because we're going to get this one ready. I apologise for my fingernails. I've been in the garden. They're always getting grime underneath them. But anyway, so this stuff here, we only need a tiny little bit of it, all right, just to cover the wound, because you don't want to put too much of it. You want to cover it just as wide as the wound itself is, because otherwise we're using up more space and therefore you'll have less feeling. So we're going to get our little bandage-ish mesh. We're just going to cut about that much off, right? And I'm gonna double it over, so it's got twice the thickness. All right, and then I'm gonna measure it up against the wound, right? And just so I've got enough. You know what? I can cut that in half. That'll be enough. All right, so just enough to cover the wound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put super glue, the nail glue, on the wound. All right, try and get it in focus. Just over the wound, maybe a millimetre or two over. All right, dab it on a couple of times. 2 or 3 times even. Alright. Then at the same time, we're going to put this over it. Cover the whole thing. Alright. So it kind of sticks there for when you want to put this other tape on. We got this other tape. Now we want thin strips of this, around about 3 or 4 inches long. So I'm going to cut that much off, and then I'm just going to do so we're just going to keep in mind how much of this, because it's going to go around the nail. So we want to about the thickness of the gauze to go around, because we want to keep all this room here to be able to feel when we're playing. Alright, so cut that, try and keep it the same width, and it's really sticky, and that's the trick here. You want something really sticky that's going to stay on, and this stuff is very sticky. So it comes off like this, and then, I mean, it's not rocket science, is it? We put it here, wrap it around, and then I go over the nail. I try and kind of bend it back a bit so it comes back on this angle and not too far down my fingers. So I'm really using as little space as I can. Right, now that is, as you can see, I've still got a lot of room there for the guitar. And if you want, you can even put a little bit of super glue around this to make it stick. But I haven't actually had a problem with it sticking. Right, there you go. I won't bother doing the other one on camera, but you get what I mean. So I hope that helps. Like I said, I've tried so many different things. Just super glue itself, just bits of Band-Aid, all kinds of stuff. I've tried the silicone ones that you can buy. No good, you can't feel with them. I mean, you don't even have to go around the nail. You could use a little bit here, just the tiniest bit on the wound, stick it down and then super glue it to your clean skin, and it will still work. It's probably a little bit sturdier going around the nail. I don't care how it looks on stage or anything, but that's the trick, man. After many iterations of trying to solve this problem, and I couldn't find anything online that helped, so I thought, well, maybe someone can get some use out of this. There we have it. So I hope that helps, guys. I mean, I'm playing right on the wound. My right hand here. Beautiful. It might just save you some money. Peace.